All right, guys, man, this is day 2 of March Madness. It's Friday, March 17th. I'm your boy, Bodun, checking in for Bodun Sports. Bedwin and pick up episode number 5. Today, 3 plays in 5 minutes or less. Make sure to get a podcast a 5-star rating and review. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop me a comment and let me know what y'all top play of the day is. If you get the win, I'll shout you out on tomorrow's podcast. And as always, man, if y'all want to get my best play for today, you can check me out on Sports Watch Monitor, where all my plays are fully documented and tracked. Yesterday, we did drop our top play with the under in that Auburn game. They scored so many points in the second half, man. It was cruising in the first half, but second half came in, they just exploded with points. So we dropped that one. So that brings us to 11-5 in our last 16 top plays. So we still red hot, man. It's still hitting over 70%. So once again, if you want to get my best plays for the day, you can check them out on Sports Watch Monitor. I put the link in the about section on the podcast and on top of the comments on YouTube. All right, man, let's skip the play. Let's go and get down to business. Now, yesterday, got y'all 3 plays, swept the board. In the last 2 podcasts, the record is 5-1. All right, man, we got Marquette versus Vermont. It's going to be a very scary game for Marquette, man. I've been winning a lot of money this year with the Vermont Catamounts. They have a solid team, all senior players on their squad. So they one of the oldest teams in college basketball. And if they get hot from 3, which they do, jack up a lot of 3-pointers, you know, that's that great equalizer. So I think 10.5 points, man, might be a good look. But in this game, I'm going to focus on the total. Right now, it's sitting at 144.5. And I like the under in this spot. Now, we know Shaka Smart from Marquette is a defended mind coach. In the last 3 games they played in the tournament, all 3 of those games went under the total. Last team they played was against Xavier, and they held Xavier to 51 points. If they can do that to a Power 5 team with Xavier, I think they can do the same against Vermont. Now, Vermont cast a lot of overs in their conference, but when they played outside the conference against teams like St. Mary's, they went 2-1 to the under. They're also 5-2 to the under when they playing a team with a rating percent over 600. So when they play good competition outside that conference they play in, most of those games have been going under the total. I think today it just is set a little bit too high. I like for both teams to slow it down, which both of them play slow. I think Vermont is ranked down at 267. And Marquette is ranked all the way down to 353rd. So these teams go deep into the play clock. They like making you play defense. They like running offense. So I think it's also going to vote well to the under. Plus, man, like I say, it's just an early game. You know, both teams playing a neutral site. In the last 5 games for Marquette, the under is 4-1 and 5-0. And I'm going toward the under in neutral site games. So I like the under in this spot, man. I think it's going to be a grinder for a team to 70 wins, man. So give me Marquette and Vermont under 144.5 for the first pick of the day. Once again, man, if you want to get my best plays, the one I put my most money on, the one I'm most confidence in, you can check them out on Sports Watch Monitor. You can see me on all the leaderboards, man, from the last 2 weeks, all the way from the beginning of the year. I'm ranked in the top 5, man, on leaderboards. So red hot, get some money with me today. SportsWatchMonitor.com. All right, man, second pick of the day. We're going to keep it all in college basketball today. You know what I'm saying? It's March Madness, so we're going to stay focused on college hoops. Next game we're going to look at, man, we got a trendy underdog with FAU. They playing Memphis. Right now you got Memphis -1.5. And I'm going to take Memphis on the money line, man. I think they do advance. I think they have a better coach with Penny Hardaway. And they have one of the best players on the court, man, with Kendrick. I seen he said in an article that if he want to be a legend in Memphis, so if he want to do that, it starts today. FAU, no doubt how good this team been this year. You know what I'm saying? No doubt, no taking none from FAU. I don't think it's going to be an easy win for Memphis. But the one thing that stood out to me, I looked at the strength of schedule. Memphis have played some tough teams, man, this year. And a lot of the teams they played are in the conference tournament right now. They played VCU. They beat them. They played Vanderbilt. They beat Vanderbilt. They played Seton Hall. They lost to them by 1 point. They played Alabama. Lost to Alabama by 3. They played Houston 3 times. They finally beat them 1 time, and that was in the AAC Conference Tournament Championship game. So I just think Memphis is more battle tested, and I think they're the better team overall, man. You know what I'm saying? FAU played in a weak schedule, and I think today, man, the better team to me is gonna win. So I got Memphis advancing. I'm gonna lay them on the money line. It's gonna be the second pick of the day. All right, man, make sure before I get the last play out, man, make sure to get a podcast, a 5-star rating and review. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Lead them top plays, man. If you get the win, I'll shout you out on tomorrow's podcast. Make sure to share them too, man. Share these podcasts, get the word out, giving out a lot of winners, man, and put some money in our pockets. Let's go and jump into this last pick of the day, man. This one right here, I went back and forth with this one, back and forth, but I'm going to go ahead and lay it, man, with TCU. TCU, to me, played in the Big 12. We already know Big 12 is one of the best conferences this season. And Arizona State, you know, even though they did look good against Nevada, but like I told y'all yesterday, Mountain West teams don't do good in this tournament. Yesterday, we faded 2 of them. We faded Boise State and Utah State. Both of them got the loss. So I'm not putting too much stock in that Arizona State win against Nevada, who's another Mountain West team. So I just feel like TCU with Mike Miles healthy, think that offense is going to be too much. So I'm saying they do play good defense, especially in neutral site games. So I think this, TCU just playing in a better conference, more battle tested against teams like Kansas, Texas, you know what I'm saying, Iowa State, Baylor. You know, all these teams I'm naming right now are in the conference tournament. And we just saw Arizona got beat by Princeton. So that kind of let you know how that Pac-12 conference, you know, kind of just skated by, man. So I'm going to take TCU. I'm going to lay the 4.5. That's going to be my final pick of the day for Friday, March 17th. All right, man, as always, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching the podcast. Remember, man, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, 5-star rating on the podcast. I'm on Apple, Spotify, Google, and iHeartRadio. So make sure, man, check me out on one of those podcast platforms. It's your boy, Bo, man, the One Man Show, a.k.a. the Blind Kappa, representing BC Nation, checking in for Bodon Sports. As always, man, shout out to my people. Let's rocking. Let's get some money today. Get my best over on Sports Watch Monitor. Let's get it, man. Spare win and pick up. I'll see y'all tomorrow.